Reading in bed. Reading in bed.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Reading in Bed Extracts with me, Amanda Steele. And today's book is A Chance of Rain, Short Horror and Sci-Fi Stories by Joshua Insole, and I'm going to read the start of one of those short stories. This is called A Heart Is Not an Orange. Martin Wilson never returned from his student exchange program abroad. This is mostly due to the fact that he didn't escape the vampire. "Oh, sweet Jesus!" cried the Brit as he pounded down the stony hallways of the castle, footsteps echoing into the night outside the tall Gothic windows. A ghostly fog obscured the grounds around the place. His perception and understanding of where he was spatially were being warped and twisted. Martin thought he was at ground level, but now it looked as if he were on the third or fourth floor. "There is no Jesus here," crooned the bloodsucker. "Just you and I, my dear boy." The vampire's voice seemed to penetrate deep into his very heart. The words reverberated within his panicked mind, as if they were his own thoughts as opposed to the insidious whisperings of a monster that couldn't exist. Martin also swore that he could hear the sickly smile that touched the corners of the destroyer's lip. The predator was enjoying this. It was toying with him like a cat plays with a mouse before ending its life. Martin stole a glance over his shoulder to see how far away his pursuer was, but a frown burrowed its way across his brow. He couldn't see the creature that had been hot on his heels just 1 minute prior. Only looming shadows that crept closer and closer. "Oh God, oh God, oh God," his brain repeated over and over in a religious mantra, the first prayer he'd said since a child. The encroaching darkness was reaching for him with sneaking tendrils, grasping, clutching, clawing, and so the boy ran, whimpering, screaming and swearing throughout the maze that was Count Ardelian's fortress, muttering his message up to the deity that he now hoped was real. When he turned back to look where he was going, he ran straight into the creature. Quite how the vampire had appeared in front of him, Martin didn't know. The boy bounced off the spectre of the night, rebounding as if he'd run into a stone statue. The leech barely flinched from the collision, eyes indicating nothing more than stoic repulsion on the boy's presence. The denizen of the macabre then loomed towards him, the world and shadows warping around him, as if the very fabric of the world understood that this was a thing that should not be. Onwards advanced the vampire, cape billowing, eyes wide and hungry. Are they growing? Dear God, they're growing, long and sharp. Martin raised his hands up in self-defense. "Well, wait," he stammered. Please wait. I'll give you anything. I'm rich. My parents stay." The vampire reached out and slashed his nails across the boy's throat. A warmth began to bloom down across his chest. It took Martin a few seconds to realize what had happened, and he tried to keep talking, except only a watery, gurgling noise came out. The young man's neck opened up in a horizontal slit, a powerful jet of blood rushing out at full speed as his life force flooded out of him. His head tilted backwards and the torrent sprayed across the face of the vampire, who crowed with animalistic pleasure. Martin then stumbled away as the world around him swayed and he tripped. The leech reached for him as he fell, but it was too late. Martin had already tumbled backwards over the balustrade, flipping through the air like a ragdoll, a fountain of crimson spewing in every which direction, and then, with a crunching sound and a meaty thud, he hit the ground below and exploded across the cobbles like a ripe watermelon. And if you want to find out how that short story ends and how much bloodier it could possibly get, then you can buy the book and you can read that story and all the other stories that are in this anthology by Joshua Insole. And I'll include links when I write the description up when this episode goes live. So thanks for listening again, everyone, and tune in next time. Bye.
Reading in bed. Reading in bed.